channel. It's Magic Millions Day, the featured day at the Gold Coast this weekend with a lot of prize money and a lot of high prize money races. And I'm pretty keen on a couple here, and I think that a very special 2-year-old can win the feature, but we'll get into that in a minute. So let's find the winners in the preview.
Race number 1 of the Gold Coast for Magic Millions Day is the Magic Millions Country Cup over the 1200 metres, and I'm with Ezekiel here. Clearly won the beat for Jamie Carr, 54.5. Drawn the 5 last start, went a key market support, 380 and already 330. And I think it'll be giving these a beating here. Quite confident in his chances. From Xanthus for second, I thought was over the odds at $10, and I think can run really well here. 1 or place its past 2 this campaign. Lightweight for Jay Ford will run well. Unassailable, the 13, 850 I thought was a good price. Now it's out to 11. Now I think it's over the odds, considering it's 1 its past 3. This preparation does have a lightweight 54 for Timmy Clark, and I think they're going to go forward from the wide barrier with the booking of Timmy Clark aboard. And Stellar Power, the 3 at $34, I thought was over the odds. But I'm with Ezekiel. Race 1, Gold Coast, Magic Millions Cup, 35 to win. Race 2 at Aquis Park, Gold Coast, and it's the Magic Millions, the debut 2-year-old played over the 900 metres, and I'm with Getty here. I'm playing this race with Steel City out, because I think it'll go to Sydney, and I hope it does. And with Steel City out, Getty will be winning this. Barrier 4, the Snowdens know how to have a good 2-year-old. They've got a lot of them up and firing early, and I think this bloke can take a bit of beating here. Won its trial recently at Rosehill by 2 lengths. And I think it will give them an absolute toweling here. From Steel City for second, if it runs, I think it's going to be very, very hard to beat. Rush Hour for third and desperately for fourth. But 40 to win, Getty in the 2-year-old plate, the debut for race 2. Race number 3 at the Gold Coast. It's a $1 million Magic Millions trophy quality over the 2,200 metres, and I'm with Deficit here. A little bit of a query if it'll handle the 2-2, but I think it should be fine. Last start winner, last weekend of the feature of the day, the Wave for 3 and 4-year-olds. Carried the big weight of 58.5 that day from Barrier 4. Now has Barrier 7 with 52 for Steph Thornton. I think it's a very, very good chance here and should be strong late. From Bigboyroy, J-Mac, Criswell, you know what you're going to get there. Consistent likes the Gold Coast. From Street Dancer at $850, I thought it was a good price. Has been consistent in this campaign. And Grandslam, can it bounce back to his best? Fourth up with Jamie Carable with a Mar uses polish. I think it can run really well. But Deficit on top of the $1 million Magic Millions trophy quality, 25 the win. Race number 4 of the Gold Coast, and it's the $1 million Magic Millions, the Syndicate weight for age level, and I think 11-11, the star of the Gold Coast and Magic Millions, won on this day of the past 3 years. I think he can make it 4 in a row by winning here. J-Mac picks to ride him here. Drawn wide, which I don't mind for this horse. He's 4th up now, should be peaking at fitness. His form hasn't been the best, but generally produces his best on this day, and I think the trainer in Greg Hickman has targeted him at this day. J-Mac on, he's got a lot going for him, and now the price of 420, I think he's at a very backable price. Scolapini for second, Steve O'Day, Matt Hoyster trained, Mark Zara aboard with the Barrier 7, has been heavily backed. But you got to remember, it's only first up, though will come to hand very quickly. Hidden Wealth for third, $8 I thought was a good price. And Contemptuous, I thought was over the odds at $15. 11-11 for mine in the Magic Millions of the Syndicate, 30 the win. Race number 5 at the Gold Coast, and it's the $1 million Magic Millions Fillies and Mares handicap over the 1,300 metres, and I'm with Kiku. Brett Navdella for Chris Waller here, second up. First up, should have gone very close to winning. Made a huge run around the field and got ever so close. Condition gave away. Prime for this race. Chris Waller generally has a pretty smart mare in it, and I think he can go and win it again this year with Kiku, the one to beat. Barrosa Rossa last, won its past 2, beat Kiku last start, but I think would need to lift again to beat it again. For Jimmy Burton, a good chance. Brookspire, J-Mac chooses to ride it over Kiku, so has to be considered a good chance. And Me Lagarde, if she could get back to her best, she'd be a big chance here. But Kiku for mine, on top in the Magic Millions, Fillies and Mares, 45 to win, the one to beat. Race number 6 at the Gold Coast, and it's the $1 million Magic Millions sprint over the 1,200 metres. King of Sparta, clearly the one to beat here for J-Mac and Peter and Paul Snowden. It's got the wide barrier, but that shouldn't worry. This horse will be screaming down the middle of the track, and I think it'll be too good for this lot. Loves the distance of the 1200 metres. Had one start at the track at the Gold Coast for a win, and I think can take this race out and take it by the ring of the nose here. Shooting for gold for second. Arguably should have finished a lot closer behind King of Sparta last start in the Favavallon, but didn't get a lot of luck. Does get Mark Zara and Barrier 5, so can improve. Spaceboy for third. I thought is a good chance of running well for Gary Portelli and Jamie Carr. And Hard Empire, the Edmonds runner for Rachel King first up, I think can run well and is over the odds at $13. But King of Sparta in the $1 million sprint, 50 the win. And race number 7 of the day at the Gold Coast, and it's one of the features of the day. It's a $2 million Magic Millions 2-year-old classic. Empire of Japan on top here for me. Very keen on this horse here. J-Mac on. I think it'll be very hard to beat here from the wide draw. He can let the speed go in front. There is a little bit of speed here. Firelane, Croation, Belle, Platinum Jubilee, Skirt the Law. They'll all go forward. Godfather, I think, will go forward as well with Royal Interest. So there's a heap of speed. You want something that's going to sit back off it and be charging home, and I think this horse will win and provide J-Mac his second 2-year-old classic for in the Magic Millions, winning it last year with Coolangatta, and I'm very keen on its chances this year. Skirt the Law for second. It has been very good in its only two starts winning by big margins, so it has to be considered a chance. Infatuation only last start broke its maiden. If it can come up to this level and be very competitive, would be great. And Croation Belle. For all the ladies that are in this horse, I hope it runs really well, but it's going to need luck from the wide barrier. But Empire of Japan on top here in the Magic Millions 2-year-old classic, 30 the win. Race number 8 on the day at the Gold Coast, and it's a $2 million Magic Millions 3-year-old Guineas, the second feature of the cut, and I'm very, very keen on Yellow Brick. 5 from 6 and has another placing to its name. Was very strong in winning the King of the Mountain at Toowoomba last start for Ben Thompson, and he rides again here. Very keen on this horse's chances. I don't think it's going to be beaten. I think it'll be just winning here. Russian Conquest for second. Man, it stormed home first up at Gosford. I'm pretty sure it was. Yes, Gosford. And now gets a jockey upgrade to James McDonald. But he's going to spot them a start, though, is the key main danger. Tijuana for third. Probably goes forward here, and I think can run well. And Fashion Legend, your winner of the Voro Plate Group 3 level last start, will run well, and he's over the goals at $23. But Yellow Brick, the one to beat in the $2 million 3-year-old Guineas, 60 the win. Race number 9 on the Gold Coast, and it's the $1 million Magic Millions Cup, and I'm with Emerald Kingdom here. It's got the wide draw to contend with, but has won from Barrier 8 at the Gold Coast before beating Holyfeild, and that was a day where that was a tooth and nail, and Emerald Kingdom came out on top. Has won a couple since then. Jimmy Burnham with a big weight of 60 kilos. I think she can do it. Oh, he can do it here. Sorry. Main danger is, I think, Vega 1 up to the 1400 meters now with a big weight wide barrier. Jamie Carr aboard, key jockey booking here. Won one of the feature group 1s on the horse. I think it'll run really well. Holyfeild for third. Needs to lift its form, though. Is racing consistently and is racing well, though. Has the wide barrier of 14. And the one that backed, Oscar Zulu. Third up for J-Mac and Cresswell, but from Barrier 1, it's going to find this hard, but the market likes it. And it's got J-Mac aboard, so you can't really deny it on that chance. But Emerald Kingdom for mine in the Magic Millions Dollar Cup, 40 the win for me. And race number 10 on the Gold Coast to finish the day for Magic Millions Day of 2023 is the $1 million Magic Millions Cutest Open Handicap over the 1300 meters, and it'll be won by Alpine Edge here. Was very game in defeat behind Yellow Brick last start, the King of the Mountain. Prime for that race. Ran second. Good run. J-Mac on here. Lightweight. Barrier 1. Can go forward very easily here, and I think it'll be winning the last, and I don't think they'll be getting past it. From Indiscreetly for a second, talk about a horse that is in form. Very consistent horse. Marco Carl, 54, first up only crew that will come to hand quickly from barrier number 4. F Troop, I thought was under the odds. Yes, it was a good performance last night, and it was only first up and will improve second up, but I thought it was under the odds at $4. And Stuttering, the one I thought could run well at odds for Robert Heathcote and Michael D at 54 kilos. But Alpine Edge, winner of the last here, 30 the win to finish Magic Millions Day. Thank you for watching the preview for Magic Millions Day. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this special preview for this day, and hope you back some winners.